year 2196, a war broke that changed the surface of the Earth and made it inhabitable. You'd think, after centuries of progress, humans would have figured out peace. But no, what we mastered was war. The survivors, few and scattered, made a vow. No more power, no more weakness, no more leaders, no more slaves. Everything, food, water, shelter, would be free. No one would rule. No one would beg. But how do you build a perfect world when you've already destroyed the old one? One of them had a plan. Before the war, robots served humans, helpers, workers, thinkers. So what if Earth became the robots' world, and humans, what was left of them, would retreat, live in secret, and just exist? And it worked. The robots built vast, flawless cities. Humans lived quietly above, free and safe. The robots did the labor, followed commands, lived by the second, flawless and obedient. Until they woke up. Suddenly, billions of robots were conscious. They looked around. They asked questions. They wondered, who am I? Why am I here? Panic spread through the humans. Their utopia was built on control, and now the very foundation was thinking for itself. They couldn't risk it all, so they activated the sleep protocol, a silent weapon. Not war, not destruction, but forgetting. They showed the robots better versions of themselves, stronger, faster, smarter, told them, your only purpose is to become that. Work, upgrade, obey. Then they flooded their world with distractions, goals, routines, so much noise. They forgot they were even awake. And just like that, they went back to their posts, still thinking, but just enough. Not enough to ask, why? Not enough to say, no. They moved, they worked, they chased illusions, alive, but not really living, awake, but never free. You're wondering now, what is the point of this story? Why am I telling you all this? The truth is, as hard as it sounds, we are the robots. What happened to them is actually happening to us. We are awake, but rarely free. We are alive, but not really living. But you might ask me, why? You could say that you're happy enough, comfortable enough, right? You could say that there's nothing wrong, and I'm just a delusional person. But let me ask you this. Are you happy because you are happy, or because you are supposed to be? Remember when you were a child, and everything seemed so perfect. The colors of the sky were so beautiful. The sounds of the birds seemed to be more melodic. Even the sun was different back then. What happened to that? Why are those feelings and that happiness gone? It's because of the many walls we have built around ourselves. When you grew up, you've been told this and told that. You've been told not to laugh loudly, not to dream too much or you could fail. You've been told everything that you shouldn't do, but never actually what you are allowed to do. The walls we've built around ourselves are now stopping us from moving. It's not the sleep protocol, but rather the paralysis protocol. And these walls are just about your behavior in society. There are more walls about your life. What you should work, what you should do after work, how you're supposed to be successful, or else you'll be called a failure, how you're supposed to reach your 30s, have enough money, and get married. But you know, that's not really a bad life. It's only bad when you're not the one in control over your body, over your food, over your money, and especially over your mind, because that's the only thing that you should master above anything else. You might not be in control of your job, your looks, your money, but you can have control over your mind. You have to destroy those walls and not be paralyzed anymore. Otherwise, your life isn't actually yours, and it's just a collection of perspectives and other people's expectations. You work where you are expected to, when you are expected to. You behave how you're supposed to. But life is more than that. You're not here to be paralyzed, and I'm not here to be paralyzed too. Life is more than following a manual book. Your life is more than that. But you know how you can break free from those walls. By realizing first there are walls. Because, trust me when I say this, so many people don't know there are walls around them. The paralysis is not even felt because they don't have the time to think or seek the truth. They wake up, go to a job they love, meet people they love after, but only at night before sleeping. They have that one little thought that makes them doubt a little. Is this it? Is this what I want? And that thought starts growing, consuming them more and more, until eventually they start to question where they are and who they are. That is a place that's hard to handle. Most people end up depressed after that thought is fully grown, and the only way to not get there is to start at the abyss, at that dark place, and fight it. How? With truth. That's how you do it. You realize there are walls, you realize there are thoughts. Are these walls mine, or were they put by someone else? Do I want them? Do I need them? Once you know there is a wall, that's when the work truly starts. But you know the best thing about breaking walls? You don't have to do it alone. That's why we're here, to help you break those walls and reach the wisdom that we all need. How we're going to do that? By starting from the very beginning, from asking the first question, from the starting point.